It takes two to make a zygote. Two what, you ask? Gametes, or sex cells, an egg cell from the zygote's mother and a sperm cell from the father. In this video, we're going to use the microanatomy model's invisible body suite to explore the gonads, the organs that produce those gametes, testes in the male body and ovaries in the female body. We'll start with the testes. They're located outside the body cavity, within a cutaneous sac called the scrotum. The spermatic cord, surrounded by layers of fascia, contains the vas deferens as well as blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and nerves that supply the testes. The dartos muscle, a smooth muscle in the dartos fascia, and the cremaster muscle, a skeletal muscle in the middle fascial layer of the spermatic cord, regulate the temperature of the testes by wrinkling the scrotum to reduce surface area and heat loss, and bringing the testes closer to the body. The tunica vaginalis surrounds each testis. Between its two layers is a fluid-filled cavity that allows the testis to move freely within the scrotum. A capsule of connective tissue deep to the tunica vaginalis, called the tunica albuginea, surrounds and supports each testis. Starting at puberty, the testes continually produce sperm. Spermatogenesis, or sperm production, occurs in the convoluted seminiferous tubules. The convoluted seminiferous tubules are surrounded by interstitial endocrine cells that produce testosterone. Testosterone binds to receptors on Sertoli cells, which produce proteins that support spermatogenesis and fluid that helps transport immature sperm into the straight seminiferous tubules. Then, the sperm leave the straight seminiferous tubules through a series of small tubules and ducts, the rete testis and efferent ductules, to the epididymis. Sperm mature and are stored for 2 to 3 weeks in the epididymis. During maturation, sperm gain the ability to swim and fertilize an egg. During ejaculation, sperm are pushed from the epididymis through the vas deferens. Now we'll take a look at the ovaries. One big difference from the testes is the location. The ovaries are inside the body cavity. They're located on either side of the uterus, adjacent to the uterine tubes and anchored to the uterus by the ovarian ligaments. The suspensory ligaments connect the ovaries to the wall of the pelvis and contain blood vessels, lymphatic vessels, and nerves that supply the ovaries. Each ovary is surrounded by simple squamous or cuboidal epithelium and, similar to the testis, a connective tissue capsule also called the tunica albuginea. The production and release of eggs is very different from that of sperm. Inside, the ovary contains hundreds of thousands of primary oocytes, or egg cells, each enclosed in a primordial follicle. These primary oocytes form during embryonic development and begin, but don't complete, meiosis I. At puberty, primordial follicles mature into primary follicles. During the ovarian cycle, theca and granulosa cells of the follicles work together to produce estrogen. They also play a role in the production of progesterone and other hormones. Each month, during the follicular phase of the ovarian cycle, several primary follicles develop into secondary and then tertiary follicles. One becomes the dominant follicle, and its primary oocyte completes meiosis I to produce a secondary oocyte and the first polar body. The secondary oocyte begins meiosis II and then pauses. During ovulation, this secondary oocyte ruptures from the ovary and is drawn into the uterine tube. It will complete meiosis II if it is fertilized. The dominant follicle that surrounded the secondary oocyte forms the corpus luteum, a glandular structure that produces high levels of progesterone and some estrogen during the luteal phase of the ovarian cycle. The corpus luteum breaks down into the corpus albicans after about 10 days if its secondary oocyte doesn't get fertilized. Now that we've looked at both the testis and the ovary, let's quickly review the main similarities and differences between them. Testes are found in the male body, external to the body cavity. Ovaries are found inside the pelvis, in the female body. The primary function of both gonads is to produce gametes, sperm from the testes and eggs from the ovaries. However, both testes are constantly producing sperm after puberty, while only one secondary oocyte is released from one of the ovaries each month after puberty. Lastly, both gonads are endocrine glands, but they produce different hormones. The testes produce testosterone, while the ovaries produce estrogen and progesterone. If you want to learn more about the reproductive system and about embryonic development, pregnancy, and birth, you can find everything you need in Visible Body Suite. Check it out at visiblebody.com/VBSuite.